Today's video, we're going to be looking at one of the best quiz funnels I've seen out in the wild right now, which is the quiz funnel by MedMuscles. If you're new to BroIG, a lot you've probably seen a lot of their AI ads, which are really well made. They are doing a great job of prompting and using AI properly to create videos that look very real. For example, this one right here.
For pickleball at 50, now I'm 68, and coaches ask me for advice.
As you can see, it's really good. They're using it really well, both for the voice and for the actual video itself. And also, obviously, the most important thing, which are the angles and then kind of the way they're hooking their customer persona is working really effectively. So that's also obviously really good, on top of the really good usage of AI to create the videos. But yeah, they're sending all of this traffic they're getting from YouTube, from IG, from Meta. They're sending it all straight through a few quiz funnels. This is the one that I have right here. But if you look at their traffic data, they're sending a ton of traffic to these quiz funnels on the front end. They're not sending any traffic to PDPs or any other type of landing pages. They're sending all of their traffic, or most of it, through quiz funnels. And as you can see here already from the first page, they're using a lot of AI assets also in the quiz themselves and in the pages themselves. So as you can see here already from the start, these images here made with AI. So we're going to go through this. We're going to go through all of the steps, how they're asking the questions, how they're structuring the answers, what type of flow they're using, the actual structuring of the questions with what we're going to talk about later, which are info steps or kind of commitment steps, micro commitment steps, which are really useful in quiz funnels. And yeah, I'm going to show you why I think this is a really great execution for a quiz funnel, and you can use this yourself for your brand. By the way, if you run a 7 or 8 or 9 figure e-commerce brand and you want a custom quiz funnel built for you without paying thousands or tens of thousands of dollars for software like HeyFlow, you can click the first link in the description below. We've built a lot of different types of funnels, not just quizzes, for dozens of brands. You'll click the first link in the description. We have a great offer for new brands coming into 2026. So click the first link in the description, book a call with me, and I'm going to show you how we can build this for you. Yeah, let's go through this quiz funnel first. So first thing first, they need to obviously categorize or kind of understand what type of person they have in front of them here in the funnel. So the first question is asking you about your age range, obviously really important. And one thing that we can already see here from the start, one thing that a lot of people don't realize about quizzes is that you can control kind of the narrative, quote unquote, based on the answers they select. Quizzes are not just there to like click on a few buttons, click on a few answers, and then just get something out of it. Although those type of quizzes also really work, but quizzes have a double function, which is on the front end, they also help make it feel like it's customized or personalized for you based on the answers and all of the things that you select or that you give during the quiz. But they have a second function, which is on the back end. You can collect this data. You can collect all of the answers you get through the quiz to understand straight from your customer persona, straight from your avatar, straight from the type of person that you actually want on your funnels. What do they need from you? What do they need from your product? What do they want out of it? What's the outcome that they want out of it? So they have a double function. It's really important to understand that. First question already kind of categorizes what type of person or customer they're going to talk to through the quiz. So in this case, I'm going to select 18 to 29, gender male, body type. In this case, I would say average. Who's your goal? Let's say gain muscle mass. Body you want here, obviously, they're already starting to kind of make you visualize what like the outcome that you want out of this. So as you can see here, if you select, for example, lose weight, there would be different answers here. So if you want to lose weight, then you have two options: slim body, so just losing weight itself, or slim and shredded body, so also having some kind of muscle definition there. But if you select, like I selected, gain muscle mass, you have different options here. So they already want you to visualize the type, like the outcome or the goal that you want to get. They're already making you dream about the outcome, about like the point or the goal you want to reach. And this is obviously really good. As you probably know, doesn't even need to be said. You need to really tie the goal or the outcome that the person wants in their life back to your product. And this is this already makes basically ties your kind of emotions and feelings, ties it to this, because you're already visualizing it through them. They're making it visualize it. So in this case, let's select hero build. I would say probably in this range right here, problem areas. Let's put something like arms and belly, that's fine. And here, these are what I call kind of micro commitment or commitment steps. So as you can see here, there's kind of informational steps in between answers. So you don't, customers or people going through the quiz do not get answers fatigue. So they have just the type of thing when you bombard the person with questions and they struggle to answer after a few of them. So you need to put these informational or commitment steps in between the answers, usually around what we've seen from the quiz that we've run, around every 3 to 4 questions or 5 questions would be a good kind of flow to keep. And here the step basically tells you that 81% of your results are about nutrition, which is obviously something that's in the context of losing weight or gaining muscle or fitness in general is obviously something that a lot of people know. Nutrition is the most important thing about all of this. Here to make the most gains in muscle mass and strength, you need enough total calories each day and adequate protein to actually build more muscle tissue. Here, another example of actually using the answers that the customer gives through the quiz. It kind of feels bad to say, but against them, quote unquote, so using their answers against them. So here, if I had selected lose weight as the goal, then here the text would be different. Instead of to make the most gains in muscle mass strength, to lose the most weight and be shredded or defined or have some muscle definition, you would have to do these things right here. So that's another example of using the customer's answers, quote unquote, against them, even if it feels bad to say it like this, but it's basically what you're really doing. Then if you got it, we have a few more questions here. Do you follow any of these diets? You can select if you follow here. Basically, you want to learn more. This question is a question that you use to learn more about your customer. In terms of the product itself that you get at the end, it doesn't really matter if the person, depending on the product, obviously it's not like this in every case, but it doesn't really matter at the end because you're still going to sell them your product. Here you basically try to understand better who is your customer avatar. If you see that a lot of people are selecting vegetarian or keto, for example, which is really famous in the fitness space, you get a better understanding of, or you could also get a surprise where the people or the customer avatar that's getting through your quizzes or your funnels are not who you expect it to be. So you can kind of get more information and more context and data on your customer avatar. So these are data gathering questions. So let's say I select keto, for example. How often do you have sugary foods or drinks? Again, another of these types of questions. Let's see, not often. How much water do you drink daily? Again, in all of these answers, as I've said in the past, you can use them in the future, in the next questions, or in this funnel right here, or in next funnels that you're going to build. So let's say 2 to 6 glasses. You drink more water than 50% of users. Here, another kind of informational or micro commitment steps. And muscles to remind you to drink enough water. Really, really good. Got it. Let's go forward. Let's say your height, 180 centimeters, 90 kg. And what's your target weight here? One other thing about obviously having information or commitment steps. They're providing also information. So you're going through this funnel, you're answering questions, but you're also getting some kind of benefit from it. They're also telling you, okay, based on this, you need to do this. Based on this, you should be doing this, or you should have this, or you should eat this, and things like that. And this makes the customer feel like they're getting something out of it. And if you reinforce this over each question, they're going to kind of trust what they're doing because they're getting something out of it. In this case, they're getting education out of it. Here again, one other thing is not just one type. This is something that I see a lot of quizzes do wrong. So not just one type of answers or input. So you see a lot of what will quizzes do is just have buttons on buttons on buttons. So basically each answer is just click on something, and this for like 20 steps, which is not ideal. So in this case, as you can see, having multiple different types of inputs also stimulates the brain, stimulates it to think actually about the answers, think about what they're putting in. So in this case, numerical inputs for weight and height. Let's continue. Do you have an important event coming up? This is one you'll see a lot in these type of fitness or lose weight / gain muscle funnels. Basically, they're going to tie you looking your best to a specific event that you have in the future, and this puts not just it doesn't just tie the outcome with their product, but it also puts on you some kind of okay, I need to get to this result fast. I need to kind of put myself through like pain or whatever to, it kind of ties a deadline to it. So you have more motivation to get it done before a specific time. And this basically, this question is just for that. So let's say we have a vacation we want to look good for. This date is fine. We can continue like that. And here, another informational step. As you can see here, they're using the data we're putting in, actually have the quiz made dynamic and showing exactly the numbers that we've put in. A lot of brands and e-commerce brands I talk to kind of want to know how it's possible to do stuff like this. That's dynamic, that changes with the inputs that the customer put in. We do this a lot for the brands that we work with. We build dynamic quiz funnels where we reuse the data and the information we get from the customer to put them in graphs, data visualization, tables, and all of that stuff. So as I said, if you want this built for your brand, you can click the first link in the description and book a call with me. But yeah, basically this step is telling you the last plan you'll ever need to finally get in shape based on our calculations. So again, makes it feel like it's customized or personalized for you. We believe you may hit your goal weight of 80 kg by March 12th, 2026, which is roughly a little bit more than 3 months from now. Here, the data that we've put in on the weight, so from 90 kg to 80 kg, and the timeline here, which again reinforces the commitment, reinforces the fact that like showing it to you makes it feel more real. If you look at this, you see today's date, you see that date, it makes it feel more real, it makes it feel achievable. That's why these types of quizzes, if done right, if done this way, perform really well. So we can click again, got it, more questions. So as you can see, basically putting in every 3, 4, 5 questions, instead of giving the customer question fatigue, they put in they space them in really, really well. What's your fitness level? Again, something important to know about your customer avatar, let's say advanced in this case. And here, one type of input that I actually like a lot. I've not used this personally myself. We've not built this for brands we work with, but we're going to start implementing it because it feels kind of gamified, which is important, as we've said. Like it or dislike it. Cardio, let's say neutral. Yoga, stretching, let's say neutral. Again here, lifting weights, I like it. Pull-ups, I like it a lot. What sports are you interested in? Let's say gym workouts, boxing, I like those. But continue. Have you experienced any of these issues in your previous fitness attempts? One thing that I just forgot to mention here, again, another data gathering kind of question. If they see that there are a lot of people answering prevalently some of these, if for example they see a lot of their customer avatar is into jogging or martial arts, they can start tying or start using that angle to generate hooks or headlines for their funnels or their ads. So again here, the importance of the not just the front end but the back end on quiz funnels, really, really important. Have you experienced any of these issues in your previous fitness attempts? Let's say you didn't have a clear plan. Continue. Again, one of these kind of commitment or feel good, quote unquote, things. Thanks for sharing. We've learned that a lot of people have faced same setbacks. So they're basically telling you you're not the only person facing this. You're not alone. There are a lot of people facing your same issues. You're not stupid. You're not dumb. You're not a loser. You're not a failure. You can do this, and we are here for you. That's basically what this copy here is saying. Blue, very important choice. That we usually, a lot of people like building funnels in e-commerce or CRO or stuff like that. Even me, we used to shit a lot on like colors or stuff like that because we think they're dumb or they don't really matter a lot in that sense. If you want to be really, really optimized, in some cases they do matter. So this blue color is kind of soothing. It's kind of easy on the eye and it feels like it's actually portraying the message and the copy that's on there. So the thanks for sharing message and the message that you're not alone. So just one small thing there that I like a lot. And we are halfway through the quiz. And again, another info/micro commitment step. Why do people give up on exercise? Number one reason is starting too big too quickly. And you can tie this copy, as I said, exactly back to the answers that they've given. So if they had selected poor coaching or poor plan or any of these things, they can use that messaging and put it here on this info step to make it even more kind of even more effective on their customer avatar. Let's go through. You're sure you want not only a better body, but to improve your lifestyle too. So they're tying this not just to muscles, not just to losing weight or gaining muscle, but also to a general improved life throughout all other kind of areas of life. Let's say reduce stress or improve sleep. Continue with that. Another info steps. If you have any following conditions, so this step is just to basically be safe around all of these conditions that obviously need you to be contact your physician or be with your physician to make sure nothing goes wrong. They're not liable for it. How many push-ups can you do in one round? Let's say 21 to 30. How many pull-ups can you do in one ride? More than 10. Choose your workout location in the gym. How many times per week have you trained in the last 3 months? So you're kind of assessing not just your level of fitness, but the mind space you're in right now. So if you've tried to working out, it didn't work out, tried getting in shape and stuff like that, they want to understand what's your current position in life. Let's say 3 times a week. Continue. You've worked out more than 62% of users, and again, another feel-good message. You're better off than a lot of the people that go through this quiz or have worked with us. It'll be easier for you to maintain a workout plan. Got it? How long do you want your workouts to be? Let's say 40 to 60 minutes. Pushing yourself to the limit is not required. This is again another info feel-good micro-commitment step. Too much intense exercise can increase your cortisol level and make it harder to gain muscle mass. Mad muscles there's your plan to help you reach your goals without overdoing it. One thing that got looked at here is they have in the graph, they have cortisol and testosterone. Testosterone is obviously relevant for males, mostly because I selected male at the beginning of the funnel. There's obviously probably going to be a different kind of graph or a different kind of messaging all throughout the quiz if I had selected female at the beginning of the quiz. So again, one more thing to think about. Even though the feel of the quiz and the brand itself and the name Mad Muscles obviously kind of relates more to men, and also the videos, the ads itself have men as the focus, as the customer avatar. How much time are ready to spend per meal prep? Let's say less than 30 minutes. Choose the products you like. This is nice because obviously makes it feel like they really care about who you are as a person and like what do you like. In this case, what do you like to eat? Let's select a few things here. Let's say broccoli, onion, cauliflower, rice, avocado, eggs, beef, chicken, pork, apples, and let's do it like that. In addition to Igor, what challenge would you like to join? So again, here things that tie to other areas of your life just to be complete throughout, like to give you not just better muscles or lose weight, but just be a better person all around. Let's select 21 days no sugar. Your personalized workout plan is ready. What's your name? I'll put Vilo Butter in here. Continue. What's your date of birth? This is the date of birth. I'll put in my email. Or actually I'll put in just a random email so I don't get spammed with stuff. Continue. Yeah, send my program only. So here we reached what I like to call like the kind of second part of the quiz. It's separated between quiz and the kind of summary. So here is the actual step of the quiz where they use all of your answers, all of the data that you've given to the answers to actually provide a summary of where you are in your fitness journey based on your goals, based on your ambition, based on the outcome you want, based on the goals you have. They're going to use all of this information and build this summary for you, telling you what are the things that you're going to need to do to get to the outcome. So here, your fitness age 25 years indicates static aging on the body, regular exercise, and living late, and that can lead to metabolic aging. Your body age is older than your actual age. Continue. This loading step, we are heavy on this. Makes it feel more customized, more personalized. Makes it feel like it's actually going through the data to build up a plan that's made specifically for you. And this year, the pop-up that just appeared, again, one thing that a lot of brands do in this case with quizzes is kind of reinforcing the commitment, because you already went through like 30 steps through a quiz. They want to reinforce, make sure the commitment is solid and you really want to go through with this, and you're going to convince yourself you really want to go through with this. So that's why we use these kinds of steps, these kinds of commitment steps to make sure by the point they reach the offer or the product, they are ready to go through with it. Let's say, yes, I'll do my first workout today. There's going to be probably a second one. They kind of do this a lot, or probably not. Let's see. Probably we're going to get to the summary page here. Again, one really good thing about that you can see here, and this is not an e-commerce quiz, so a physical product, but it's an app. So we can kind of get a lot of context and information about how SaaS products do this, which is something that a lot of e-commerce brands miss. And there's also a lot of things that e-commerce does right in terms of funnels that SaaS products miss in terms of direct response marketing, all of these things. I think for a lot of e-commerce brands, there are a lot of stuff that you can learn and we can learn from SaaS apps that do it right. Like in this case, this one right here from Mad Muscles. Here at the top, they're going to reinforce the outcome, the goal that you want to get to. So as you can see here, this is the exact image I selected at the beginning of the funnel with the hero body, and this should be my body now. It's not my body now actually, but like this is the kind of the transition from where you are right now to you in 6 months from now. I would have put in to make it even more solid the dates like they had it before on the actual graph. So it reinforces that idea even more, because 6 months kind of feels a little bit too in the future, maybe. So putting in the dates would help with that. The different data between the different versions of you. This should be the personal summary based on your answer, which is wrong in my case, but it would be right if you put in the correct data from the beginning. So your current BMI, slightly overweight, and explaining to you what BMI is if you're not fully into fitness or if you don't know what it is. They give you general informational data about what should be your calorie intake right now, what should be your daily water intake. And here we start with the actual offer itself. So what do you get? The app gives you structured workout plan, 30 minutes a day plan, and then a step-by-step approach, both for beginners and also works obviously for more advanced type of fitness people. And then goals, all of these things that were also mentioned in the quiz: reducing stress, improving sleep, feeling healthier, so just in general be a better person. Here, the reference for what an e-commerce funnel would do is have a carousel of your reviews. Here, they obviously, since it's an app, they use App Store reviews and stuff like that. Here, if you're an e-commerce brand, for your product, you would have probably a carousel with images, people using your product, reviews from them, videos from them, if you have those two. And yeah, like this one, for example, that they have here, you would have this for an e-commerce brand, and here you would have what would be the buy box for with the actual product and the offer itself. Here, as you can see, this is an app offer, so it's kind of different from how you would structure an offer for an actual physical product. But I would say, obviously, the offer is really important, but if you get someone to go through 20, 30, 40 steps of a quiz, by the end of it, they're probably very committed to what you're going to sell them. So the offer kind of a little bit falls in second place here, even though it's still really extremely important. And it's even more important when I use funnels that expose the customer to the offer much quickly. But the point with quiz is exactly this, that you get a very, very strong commitment through a lot of questions and answers and back and forth. They kind of trust you even before they reach this point, which is what you want with a cold traffic funnel, which in this case, quizzes do really well. Some FOMO here, so discount expires in 6 minutes 30, really good timer here, very visible, simple to read. And here, the actual buy box itself, money back guarantee, some more reviews, and then I would actually probably remove this because it kind of gets people out of the funnel at the most important step. So if I were building this, I'll probably remove this. But yeah, this is the quiz. This is the last step of it, and I think this quiz is really, really well built. If you run an e-commerce brand, there's a lot that you can learn and take from this that we've also built for our clients, for the e-commerce brands we work with at CROEvolution. And yeah, if you want something like this built for your brand, then you can get the first link in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.